Hey everyone, it's Trader Rob. Today there is high impact news throughout the entire day. Let's see how the morning strategies fare up against today, right after the intro. As always, nothing that I state on this channel is financial advice. Trading futures or any type of trading is risky business. Any capital put out there is at risk for loss. All right, so we are just jam packed full of high red impact news this morning. Starting at, I'm in Central Time, so that's how I refer to all my times here. 7 a.m., we had German CPI. We had 7:15 US ADP employment change. 7:30 US Treasury quarterly refunding. 7:30 Canadian GDP. 9:30 oil inventory day, which obviously is a big mover of the oil market. So, and that is one of the three instruments that I trade on this channel. So I put a lot of emphasis on that. And then the big kahuna, we've got U.S. interest rate decisions and FOMC rate statement at 1 p.m. So it's just jam packed full of news today. And how do you trade? How do you kind of formulate a plan? Well, very important is, and I know I talk about this a lot, but it's the importance of journaling and actually using the data that you're journaling, what the market conditions, what is reacting to each one of those high impact news, and starting to get a plan for what instrument you want to trade. Maybe you sit out the entire day. Not a bad strategy. Personally, what I'm going to be looking at today is I'm going to be looking at trading gold during my 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. session, which is currently open. It's 8:14 on the 31st of January right now. So I'm just looking for an inside bar. It's one of the three trades that I make almost every single day. If there's obviously a setup that forms, and well, here, so right here, if you were trading oil session one, you could be into a trade right here, which is going to be this inside bar that's going to form. But currently, I am sitting out session one of oil, so I'm not even worried about that trade right now. But I am tracking the statistics on this one because I would love to add this back into my trading routine. So I'm looking to trade my gold session. I am most likely going to be sitting out oil session two just because of oil inventory, and just a lot of news today, a lot of stuff that can, markets can react a little bit differently. And that's what I feel comfortable with. Obviously you can have two winning sessions and feel terrible that you didn't get into them, but as long as you follow your rules, you should be okay with that. And that's part of being a trader. I should say part of being a better trader. And I also let everybody know that I won't be looking at taking a Rob reversal today. The equity markets, the ES, the NQ, they're going to act very, 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 very funny on days like today. There's just so much news. There's positioning. There is some giant wicks that can get you into a trade very quickly and slam you out of a trade very quickly. So just be conscious of that. Don't put all your eggs in one basket on one day. It's sometimes not trading is sometimes the best decision that you can make. But as long as you still feel like you have a slight edge over the market, take your trade. And if you don't feel comfortable with it, sit on the sidelines. There's nothing wrong with that. So let's stick around. Let's see what setups we have forming, and I'll give you a recap of the day. See you guys in a little bit.
Order canceled.
All right, so here we get into our first setup in gold, and nice little setup here because as you guys can see, the order is coming off of the red inside bar, and we then get followed by another inside bar. So now, at least in how I trade the strategy, you've got now in what I would consider to be you've got a lot of pent up demand, and it's got to get released one way or the other. And here we get activated into a long setup. Pretty nice trade here. It's about 19 ticks, so we're looking at about $190 full take profit. And again, this is kind of a similar scenario that we've been seeing. I'm not really playing trend lines. I am not looking at any type of additional indicators or filters on these trades. I am literally just looking for temporary momentum shifts in the market. And here we had, a clear uptrend. And it looks to me like the buyers are still in control and they want to take this price action up higher. So let's see here how the trade goes. So right there we get a pretty decent thrust in with buyers kind of stepping in and starting to feel really good about this trade. Obviously, we'd like to see stuff stay in the green as much as possible. That obviously helps you realize that you're on the right side of this trade. And now just kind of looking for that additional push that we need to hopefully take a full take profit here. And now price action is getting really close to our full take profit. It actually starts dancing with our full take profit right there. On my cash account, same exact criteria, took full take profit, just waiting for it now here on the eval, which it does.
Target filled.
So there you have it. I stuck to my plan. I only traded gold, and as you guys just saw, that trade took $190 profit in my gold session. So pretty happy with that trade. Let's just take a look at gold before we jump into oil. We got an inside bar here at 815. Let's just open this up so that just in case if you're following along on the strategy or you're just learning it, you can understand it. So we've got an order to go long right here, right above the inside bar candle. We would have an order to go short one tick below the inside bar right here. So you would have these two orders set up as you guys saw in my video. Now, because we got another inside bar, doesn't mean that this comes down, okay? We still will stay with the original order of the inside bar. And the reason for that is that we are using the source bar as the candle that we calculate our stop loss and our take profit, okay? And to be honest with you, this double inside bar is even more popular of a more powerful area, because now you really have like constraint. You have this really built up pressure, and we're hoping for it to get released in one way or the other. And here we got activated to the long. So now this order gets canceled. You guys all saw this in the video. Now you're into an order long. Now, where do we put our stop loss and our take profit? Well, if we come back down here, I take this to the bottom of my source candle right here, and it is 18 ticks. Okay, now I will be looking for 18 ticks of profit. $180. We actually made $190, probably for a tick of offset or whatever. This might be off by a tick. So 1-to-1 is what we're looking for. Temporary movement, beautiful trade. Loved it. In my Discord, and in the video, I put the same information around 7:30 in the morning that I'll probably just be looking at gold. And if I traded session 2 in oil, if I would go down to a reduced size just because of the oil inventory report, and stuck to my game plan, took the nice trade there in gold. Oil session 1, which I was not trading, got activated on this inside bar. We did get activated to the long, and that was kind of direction of the trend. Get activated to the long and reverse down for a loss of 19 ticks. Did not trade session 1. Session 2, as you can see, 9:30 was oil inventory. Yeah, we had a big candle here, but not the most craziest oil inventory day. I think that there's so much news here today that the market's just kind of figuring out a way to react to it. And either way, there was no trade in session 2, so that didn't even come into play, but more than likely would not have even taken a trade in this session 2 with that oil inventory report and the fact that we had a FOMC and just so much red news events today. Rob reversal. Oh, before I forgot in my earlier, we currently took a small loss yesterday, and we currently sit at 50,277. So we are going to add $190 to that. So we'll be at, I don't know, $50,450 or something, or somewhere around there by tomorrow. Remember, Top Step, these update about 5 p.m. in the evening with the current day's trades. As far as the Rob reversal, market open 8:30 right here. So right at this green setup bar to go long. We did not take this trade. So let me just back up a little bit. I also stated in my Discord, and I put in the earlier part of the video, I'm not looking to trade this today, just with all of the news that's coming out. Just not based on what I've done in my back testing and in my journaling. I just know stay out of this trade. So I will not take any setup, nor has there been any validated setup yet. So we get a green long setup, and we do not get activated here because it closes below the ADMA. Same thing here, closes below the ADMA, so no long setup and nothing else. And this will close out at 115. But that's going to be right around that FOMC time. Just do yourself a favor, don't trade it. Actually, do whatever you guys want, but that's what I'm doing. So overall, happy with my trading. I came in the morning with a very clear goal, and I should say a game plan. And I stuck to it, and it worked out. It worked out really well. So I'm happy with the way that I traded. If you're looking to follow me in my journey of getting this eval account funded, trading just my morning strategies, there is a link below to my Top Step affiliate code. I do make a few bucks off of that. It does help support the channel. It's really the only revenue source outside of YouTube that we got going. So any help would be great. And most importantly, if you guys could please like the video, leave me a comment below. Let me know how you traded the morning, if your strategy and game plan was similar to mine, and if not, at the very least, consider subscribing to the channel. Hopefully, you guys enjoy the content. See you guys here tomorrow. Happy trading, everyone.